Hey guys, this is Lupe. If you're seeing this video, that means I'm already on vacation, guys. But I still want you to practice. So now this is just an example, guys, and what I'm going to do, I'm going to leave these videos just for you guys. So now, do your best. What I want you guys to do is just try. Remember, everything that what I'm going to be talking about, all your answers are right here in front of you. What I'm going to do, I'm going to guide you guys even on this video. So like I said, I'll be gone from, these couple weeks, but I will be back. I'll be back on May the 16th. So once again, guys, this is just for you guys. Remember, guys, do not quit. I want you guys to do this. Are you guys ready? Here we go. Let's get started. All right, guys, let's get started. Here we go. So now for my automatics, this is what you guys are gonna do. So I already entered the vehicle. So once again, I've entered the vehicle, going to exit the vehicle using my 3 points of contact. First thing I want to talk about is my seatbelt. Make sure my seatbelt is got to be properly mounted. Make sure my seatbelt's in good condition. What I'm looking for, guys, is no cuts, no rips. Make sure that my seatbelt latches, and make sure your seatbelt will unlatch, guys. On the left side of me, it'll be my fire extinguisher. Has to be a ABC or a BC10 type. Has to be fully charged, up to date, with the safety pin in position. Here, guys, on the right side, I got my triangles. Minimum of 3, must be in good condition. Cross balance weight, reflected shape, should not be missing at all. And last but not least, guys, remember, we got your spare electrical fuses. It will be one of each type. Now, remember, guys, always keep your hands always on the steering wheel. Let's do. My next will be my safe start. First thing, guys, always remember, pull to apply my spring brakes. Second, make sure my vehicle's in neutral, which it already is. Now I'm gonna apply my brake pedal. What I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna turn on my ignition. From here, guys, what I'm gonna watch, all the lights should come on. As you guys can see this. And few seconds after that, guys, all your lights should turn off. Once you see all your lights should turn off, then right away, guys, you can turn on your engine. Let go of the brake pedal. Let's start, guys. A windshield. Windshield must be in good condition, must be clean, should not be damaged or cracked. If it is cracked, it cannot be no more than 1 inch. Also, guys, you want to make sure that you got 2 stickers. Here we go. Read the sticker, guys. I got my safety inspection sticker, must be up to date. All the way in the right, I got my school insurance, also must be, of course, up to date. Next, my rubber lining or 2 rubber seal must be all the way around the windshield, must be in good condition, should not be missing with no type of leaks. Next, guys, I got my windshield wipers and my rubber blade. Make sure they're physically working. You want to make sure it's working properly. Windshield washer fluid, there you go, guys. Must be working properly as well. And I can let it go. There you go. Next, we have your convex mirrors. My convex mirrors must be in good condition. Also, you want to make sure it's properly mounted, no missing hardware. Also, remember, guys, you got to make sure they have to be adjusted to me as a driver. Now, here we go, guys. Let's start. Now, let's go to the gauges. My first gauge that I see right here we go. On this particular vehicle, this is my temperature gauge. My temperature gauge must be, of course, in the operating range. 175 to 195 Fahrenheit, and the warning light must be completely off. Next gauge that I see here, guys, is my oil pressure gauge. Okay? My oil pressure gauge must be, of course, in a proper operating range. When it's idling, like right now, the way it's doing, it's 5 to 20 psi. When running, it has to be 35 to 75 psi. Once again, guys, a warning light must be completely off. Now here, guys, it's going to be kind of difficult to see because of the sun. So right here, this is my voltmeter gauge. So my voltmeter gauge must be, of course, in the operating range. Between 13 and 14 volts, warning light must be completely off. Moving on to my next gauge, my final 2 gauges will be my primary and my secondary area gauges. So now, here we go, sir. With the engine on, the governor will cut in at 100 psi, and the governor will shut it off at 125 psi. A safety release valve will come in at 150, but a warning light must be completely off. Always remember, guys, the warning light always has to be completely off. Now here we go, guys. Now we're gonna go to your light indicators, which is the ABS light. We have two of them, one for the tractor and also one for the trailer. With the engine on, both lights should come on. Few seconds, guys, both lights should turn off. If you see one of the ABS light on the dash, guys, that means that the ABS system is not working properly. Next, guys, we're going to turn on your turn signals. Your turn signals will be right here. Turn on your left turn signal. I see it in the dash, must be working properly as well. Turn it off. Right turn signal must be working properly as well. You turn it off. My 4-way flashers, right here, guys, must be working properly as well. Now, next, guys, will be my parking lights. Parking light, turn it on. Remember, guys, the parking lights will be just the lights what's on top. You want to make sure that that's actually working properly as well. Next, guys, will be your headlights. Remember, guys, your headlights, you have two functions: low beam, and of course, we want to click it up, guys. And what's going to happen inside here, we're going to have your high beam. Must be working properly as well. Okay, then I'll turn it off. Make sure everything's completely off, guys. Next, we have your horns. We got two horns, guys. City horn, air horn. Make sure it's working properly. And also, guys, we're gonna go to your heater. Right now, it's actually at defrost. Make sure, remember, guys, it's all up to here, all the way to the max. Guys, physically, your hand up front, want to feel that air coming out. Must be working properly. Your heater, one in the front and one in the bottom. And I can turn it off. Here we go, guys. Now we're ready to do your brake test. Always remember, guys, the first test that you guys are going to be doing is your tractor parking brake. Okay, guys, now what we're going to do, we're going to start with the air brakes. Here we go. First test, tractor parking brake. Here we go, guys. My engine is on. I already have enough air pressure built up. Remember, guys, you got to be between 100 to 125 psi. What you're going to do next, guys, you're going to make sure the vehicle's got to be in dry position. Remember to hold the brake pedal and put your vehicle in dry position. Now we're checking the tractor. Pull to apply the tractor, but I'm going to push to release my trailer. I'm going to give it a little bit of gas. See, guys, it's not moving anywhere. That means that my tractor parking brake, it is working properly. Now I'm going to reset my vehicle. Apply my parking brake, put my vehicle back into neutral. Okay. Next test, guys, will be the trailer emergency brake. Here we go. My vehicle's on, but I have to build up my air pressure. So remember, guys, you have to give it some gas. So to make sure that air pressure builds up. Now remember, guys, what you guys are going to hear is a big, loud hissing sound. That's what you want to hear. There it is. Now, I'm going to put my vehicle into dry position. Now we're checking the trailer, guys, so we need to pull to apply the trailer, but this time I'm going to push to release the tractor, guys. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to give it some gas. Same thing, guys. See? My vehicle does not move. That means that my trailer emergency brake is working properly now. Once again, now this time I'm going to reset my vehicle. Once again, apply my parking brake, put my vehicle back into neutral position. Next test, guys, will be the handbrake test. Here we go. My vehicle's on. I do have enough air pressure built up between 100 to 125 psi. Once again, guys, I'm going to put my vehicle this time into a dry position. Now remember, guys, this time you're going to be releasing two brakes. Now you can call them your spring brakes. Remember, push one by one. Pushing the tractor and pushing your trailer. See, now I'm going to hold down the handbrake. Hold it, do not let it go. Give it gas. See? Vehicle did not move. Indicates that my handbrake, it is working properly. Now I'm going to reset my vehicle. Apply my spring brakes, and make sure my vehicle's in neutral. Next test, guys, will be the brake pedal test. Now, here we go. My vehicle's on. Now I have to build up my air pressure again between 100 to 125 psi. Once again, guys, it is okay to give it some gas. Once again, you want to hear that loud hissing sound again. There it is. Put my vehicle in drive position. Once again, I'm going to push to release both of my spring brakes. Now, guys, watch my hands. I'm going to move the vehicle forward 10 to 15 feet. Always remember, guys, you want to make sure they're nice and tight. Here I go. Now, guys, once I apply the brake pedal, watch my hands, what's going to happen. My vehicle should stop in a straight line without going left and right. Now, the examiners still want to know what happens. If my vehicle does not stop in a straight line, it could be 5 possible reasons. It does not have to be in order, guys. Here we go. Could be your steering wheel. Okay. Could be your low tire pressure. Could be your brake adjustment. Could be your suspension. And last, guys, it could be your cargo being shifted in the back. Now, once again, guys, on this part, you'll tell the examiner, sir, would you like me to leave the vehicle here? Or 2, would you like me to move the vehicle back? Just listen to the examiner what he will tell you. All right, so now for this time, I'm just going to leave the vehicle here. The apply lead test, once again, first of all, guys, make sure my vehicle's on, but I have to build up my air pressure between 100 and 125 psi. There it is. There's a noise. Now I'm going to turn off the engine. Remember, guys, take the key with you because I have to go outside and shock the wheels. So remember, guys, when you girls go outside, your back has to be facing the outside. 3 points of contact. Points of contact, guys. Remember, 1, 2, and 3. Okay, guys, before you do anything foolish, seatbelt. Okay, now ignition on. All right, guys, here we go. Let's get gathered. This is what I want you guys to concentrate right here, guys. Push to release my spring brakes. I'm going to let the air stabilize 10 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Here we go, guys. I want you to explain this first, not do it yet. All right, so now this time what I'm going to do, I'm going to apply the brake pedal. Watch my air gauges. My system should not lose no more than 4 psi in 1 minute for a combination vehicle and no more than 3 psi for a single vehicle for a Class B. So now here we go, guys. Once I apply the brake pedal, I'm going to begin my count. Here we go, guys. Let's start. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60. The whole purpose about this test, guys, we wanted to make sure that these 2 needles do not drop. So now, as you guys can see, this was a good test. So now, once you guys let go of the brake pedal, always remember, this is the noise that the examiner wants to hear. So far, so good, guys. Now, My next test is called the electrical low pressure warning device test, known as the light and buzzard, as we all know it as the first fan down. So here we go. My vehicle's chocked. My brakes ready released. My ignition is on. I still have enough air pressure to continue with this test. What I'm going to do, I'm going to pump the brake pedal. Same thing, I'm watching my air gauges. A light or buzzard should come around 60 psi, guys. So once again, we're going to see something that actually comes on. So let's pump the brake pedal. Here we go. So once you're sign, guys, see this, how those needles drop? And something's going to happen. There it is, guys. See? Stop. Low system air pressure. And sometimes you'll see these two little dots. This was a good test, sir. Now, your final test will be called your spring brake pop-out test. Once again, my vehicle's chocked. Both brakes are released. I still have enough air pressure to continue with this test. I'm going to pump my brake pedal. Once again, I'm going to watch this time my spring brakes. The trailer emergency brake should pop out first between 45 and 20 psi to prevent a jackknife. Second, the tractor should pop out between 40 and 20. I'll start my test now. Always remember, guys, we're going to be focusing now on these. Here we go. Let's start. Now, once it both popped out, now this time we're going to reset. Turn off the key. Leave the key inside here, guys. Both hands on the steering wheel. I am finished with my in-cab inspection. Okay. Now remember, guys, once you're outside, once you finish the in-cab, now the examiner is going to take you outside. This is going to be part of it. Section 2. Section 2, guys, remember, it tells everything about the coupling system. So now, this is your coupling system from your airlines and then close to the fifth wheel. So now, once again, this is all what we're going to talk about, guys. All the airlines and everything was underneath the vehicle. Remember, guys, on the day of the test, this is what you're going to. This is what you guys are going to have. It's going to be underneath the trailer. So it's going to be up to us and how to actually present this test. So now here you go. We're going to start right now. All my lines, want to make sure it has to be, of course, 6 to 12 inches above the catwalk. Make sure my lines are in good condition. They're properly mounted. Also want to make sure they're not crossed, not tangled. Right here, guys, right here, I got my air fittings. My air fittings must be in good condition, must be properly mounted. I want to make sure there's no air leaks at all. I have two types of airlines, guys. I have my emergency and my service line. Always remember, guys, remember the color, red and blue. So my emergency and my service, I want to make sure it's in good condition. Want to make sure they're both in good condition. No cuts, no rips, no air leaks at all. My glad hands. Both gland hands must be in good condition. It's properly mounted, no crack, no air leaks at all. Inside, guys, we have to have a rubber seal. Should not be missing at all. Here, guys, we have your glad hand mounts. Same thing with my glad hand mounts. Same thing. You want to make sure it's in good condition. They're both properly mounted. No missing hardware. Also remember, guys, that a rubber seal is with the glad hand mount also. Inside my lines, you want to make sure there's no oil or water or no debris. Now, guys, let's talk about your electrical line. Always remember, guys, we have two types of colors. We have green or black. This one, we have a green line. Why? Because we have an ABS line. So now my green electrical line must be in good condition. No cuts, no rips, no exposed wires. Now here we go, guys. Remember, we're talking about the tractor and the trailer. I have two plugs. 1 and 2. I have two sockets. 1 and two, and two safety latches. 1 and 2. Let's go, guys. So my 7 female connectors must be in good condition, is properly mounted. Also, you want to make sure there's no corrosion. My pins, they're going to be inside, guys. Must be in good condition, must be visible. That's about it. Now, guys, let's talk about the fifth wheel. Here we go, guys. It's going to be up to you guys how you guys going to start. Now, let's start. These are my mounting bolts. Mounting bolts must be in good condition. They must be properly mounted, should not be missing. And it must be tight. My platform, remember guys, this right here, guys, my platform must be in good condition, not damaged, not cracked, not bent. My lock and release arm must be all the way inside in a locking position. Now, here we go. Here, guys, I want to make sure that my apron, this is your apron, guys, all of this, my apron must be in good condition, not damaged, not cracked. All of this, guys. Here, I want to make sure that I do not have no space between my fifth wheel and my trailer. Also want to make sure the top of my fifth wheel, guys, I want to make sure it has to be properly greased all the way there on the fifth wheel. Also want to make sure my pins and bolts should not be missing and got to be properly mounted. Now, guys, let's go behind real quick. Like I said, guys, on the day of the test, you could be pointing to this side. Inside, I have my locking jaws. My locking jaws must be all the way around the kingpin shank. Must be just in good condition. Now, once again, I can talk about my kingpin shank, which I cannot see it, guys. My kingpin shank must be in good condition, not damaged, not bent. All right. And last but not least, guys, now we're gonna go outside. Now remember, guys, we have two types of fifth wheels. We have a sliding fifth wheel, and also we have a standard fifth wheel. The one I have, guys, is a standard fifth wheel. But because I just have a standard fifth wheel, guys, I want to make sure that I still have clearance. Here you go. Because I have a standard fifth wheel, guys, I want to make sure I have 3 types of clearance. I have to have enough clearance from the tractor to the trailer, number 1. Number 2, between my trailer and my tire. And last but not least, between my mud flap to my landing gear. Once again, guys, that's all section 2. All right, guys, so now, once I'm done with the in-cab and also section 2, now remember, guys, the examiner is going to give you a form. This time we're going to talk about Form A. Remember, guys, it's going to be up to you how you guys are going to present this this test. There you go, guys. Let's start. The very, very top, these 2 lights all the way in the corner, those are called my clearance lights. Want to make sure that they got to be properly mounted, must be in good condition, and also you want to make sure it has to be amber in color. Now that has a meaning, guys. Remember, it's from top to bottom. That tells me the height of the vehicle, which is 13 feet, 6 inches. Those 3 lights in the center, those are my ID lights. Must be in good condition. It must be properly mounted. Same thing, amber in color, guys. Also, that tells me something, guys, that has a meaning, which is, that tells me the width of the vehicle, which is 8 feet wide. Now remember, guys, if you guys freak out, if you see they're actually clear in color, these are LED. So these are amber LED lights. Next, guys, we have your signal lights. Signal lights, one from each side. Must be in good condition, must be properly mounted. Same thing, guys, amber in color. 3 functions: turn signals, forward flashes, and then your parking lights. The ones inside, guys, these are my headlights. Same thing, guys. Make sure my headlights must be clear in color, must be working properly. Two functions: my low beam, which is the range of 250 feet, and my high beam, which is 350 feet to 500 feet. Once again, guys, I'm gonna go underneath the vehicle. What I'm looking for, make sure there's no leaks, no wires, no hoses underneath my vehicle. Okay, now, on this part, the examiner will tell you this. Which side of the vehicle you guys want to start? The right side or to the driver's side? It's gonna be up to you guys. So now, it's time for me to pop the hood. If you guys have not done this before, underneath the steering wheel, guys, here it is. See? So now, and also, guys, do me a favor. When you guys are doing this, guys, just do it nice and gently. You don't want to pull it out harsh. See, that's about it. Make sure you close the door. All right, guys, let's start from the right side. There you go, guys. Train. Get about the curva. Okay. All right, guys. So now remember, always find the easy. Remember, all your answers right here in front of you. Here we go. This is my coolant reservoir. My coolant reservoir must be in good condition. Must be properly mounted. No missing hardware. Once again, hardware, guys, such as bolts, clamps, is fine. My cap should not be missing. Must be tight. Must be sealed. Also, guys, my hoses, same thing, must be in good condition. It's got to be properly mounted, no leaks. Also, guys, I want to make sure that it got to be in a proper level. Next, guys, I got my water pump. Here it is, guys. Remember, guys, we want to make sure, is it belt driven or gear driven? Guys, pay attention to your belt right next to it. My water pump must be in good condition. It must be properly mounted, no missing bolts. And also, guys, want to make sure there's no leaks. Because my water pump is belt driven, guys, when we talk about the belt. My belt must be in good condition, no rips, no more than 3/4 of an inch of free play. Okay. Other side. Let me turn the steering wheel filler first. Right, sir. All right, sir. Now, here we go. Now, here, like I said, all your answers right here in front of you. Let's start. I'm going to start from this side. This is my alternator. My alternator must be in good condition. Must be properly mounted. No missing hardware. Also, want to make sure. You want to make sure that there's no. Stop real quick. All right, guys. So once again, my alternator, you want to make sure there's no exposed wires. Now, once again, guys, remember your alternator. Remember, is it gear driven or belt driven? This is belt driven. So my belt must be in good condition. No cuts, no rips. Also, guys, you want to make sure that no more than 3/4 of an inch of free play. Next, guys, we have your. Look what it says, guys. It says engine oil. See, like I said, guys, all your answers is in front of you. My engine oil must be in good condition. Also, my cap should not be missing or no leaks at all. Now, how would you check your engine oil? And your engine oil, guys, is right here. This is my dipstick. All I have to do is just take it out and make sure it has to be coursed in a proper level. Next, guys, I got my power steering. So this is my power steering. So basically, my cap should not be missing. Also, want to make sure it's tight, no leaks. Same thing, guys. How would you check it? Right here, guys. There it is. That's my little dipstick. I'll take it out and make sure it's got to be, of course, in the proper level. Now, finally, guys, for my air compressor, let's pause it real quick. So remember, the air compressor, guys, is going to be all the way inside. Just point to it, guys. You don't have to be exact. But your air compressor, guys, remember, it has two types of leaks. It has air leaks and especially no oil leaks. Must be properly mounted in good condition. And also remember, guys, what is it, belt driven or gear driven? This is actually gear driven. All right, so far so good. Okay. Now, once again, guys, all your lines in general. My hoses, my wires, everything. This is all in general. Must be in good condition, must be secured. Also, guys, you want to make sure there's not touching or not going against no moving objects. Okay, guys, moving objects, I'm talking about the fans, the belts, everything like that. Now, let's talk about the steering system. Now, the steering system, guys, here it is. This is my steering gearbox. My steering gearbox and my hoses. Make sure my steering gearbox is in good condition, is properly mounted, no missing bolts. My hoses must be in good condition, no cuts. Also want to make sure there's no leaks at all for both things. Now here you go, guys, your steering linkage components. This is the three things that you guys will be pointing at. This is your steering linkage components. Number 1, number 2, and number 3. Once again, guys, number 1, number 2, and number 3. My steering linkage components must be properly mounted, must be in good condition, it's properly greased, with no missing, as you guys can see, guys, a castle nut and a cotter pin. That's all I need to say, guys, about the steering linkage. Okay, next. Let's talk about your front suspension. Here we go, guys. Your front suspension, guys, here it is. My frame. My frame must be in good condition, not cracked, not bent, no wells. Next, guys, in the bottom, we have your hangers. My hangers must be in good condition, must be properly mounted to my frame with no missing bolts. Here in the bottom, guys, these are my leaf springs. My leaf springs, guys, must be in good condition, should not be missing, not cracked, not bent, and the most important, guys, remember, should not be shifted at all. This right here, guys, is my hydraulic shock absorber. Hydraulic shock absorber must be properly mounted in good condition. It's mounted to my frame. But also, guys, I want to make sure there's no oil leaks and no rust. And last and not least, guys, we got your, And last and not least, guys, we got your U-bolts. 2 U-bolts, both must be properly mounted, must be in good condition, is mounted to my axle, no in the bottom, with no missing bolts. Okay? Now, let's talk about your brake system. Remember, guys, the brake system is always the same. Form A, Form B, and Form C, guys. Now, here you go. This is the brake system, guys. This right here, guys, this is my brake line. My brake line must be in good condition, no cuts, no air leaks at all. This little wire, guys, what do you think it is? Which is the ABS line. The ABS line must be in good condition. It got to be just properly mounted. That's about it, guys. Here, this is your brake chamber. Brake chamber must be in good condition. It's properly mounted with no missing bolts, no air leaks. Now here, guys, is going to be kind of difficult to see because it's going to be kind of small. This small little thing, guys, right here, that's your push rod. It's so small. That's your push rod. And this right here, guys, is your slack adjuster. So my push rod and my slack adjuster, you're going to make sure they got to be properly mounted in good condition. No more than 1 inch of free play with the brakes release. Inside, guys, it's going to be difficult to see. Okay. So now, the next, guys, is going to be difficult to see. We got 2 things, guys, that we're going to talk about. The brake drum and the brake shoes. The brake drum must be properly mounted in good condition. No cracks, no wells. Also, guys, what you're looking for, you want to make sure there's no oil or grease. Your brake shoes, guys, same thing, must be properly mounted, and the thickness has got to be 1/4 of an inch thick. Same thing, guys, no oil or grease. Now, let's talk about your tires. Once again, guys, your tires in the front, you want to make sure your tires, they cannot be recap at all, guys. No. Yeah. All right. Also, guys, you want to make sure it's got to be the exact same size, same kind on the same axle. Now, your tread depth's a little bit different, guys. Once again, your tread depth. Lupe, what is your tread depth? Here it is. This is your tread depth, guys. This is what I'm looking for. These grooves. Has to be now for 30 seconds. Like I said, it has to be the exact same size, same kind, on the same axle. What I'm looking for, guys, I want to make sure there's no cuts and no bulges and no uneven wear. Now, guys, what I'm going to look from here is my stem valve. If I can find it, here it is. My stem valve must be in good condition. Also want to make sure there's no air leaks at all. My cap should not be missing. Also, guys, remember, it has to be at least 100 PSI or 2 standard magnification. Last but not least, guys, I have my rim. My rim must be in good condition. Not crack, not bent, no wells. My bolts must be in good condition. Should not be missing. Must be tight. There's 2 ways to find out if your lug nuts are actually loose. Number 1, any rust between the lug nut and the rim. That could be number 1, guys. Number 2, no shiny treads. Last but not least, guys, it's your hub. My hub must be in good condition. Also want to make sure there's no leaks, no missing bolts. There's 2 ways to checking it, guys. Number 1, I can check it physically because I can see oil in here. Or 2, I can pop it out with the little cap, put my finger inside here. It has to be at least no more than 1 inch. Just in case they ask you guys what type of oil you uses, basically we say 8090W. Now, once again, guys, that's all Form A. Okay, now, Form B, guys, here we go. All your answers right there in front of us. Here we go, let's start. Here, guys, this is my convex mirrors. My convex mirrors must be in good condition, must be properly mounted. Remember, guys, must be clean. Also, you want to make sure no missing hardware. It has to be adjusted to me as the driver. My window must be clean. Also, not damaged. Must go up, must go down properly. Rubber seal should not be missing, in good condition. My door, physically, guys, I have to do this. Have to open the door and close it. Must be working properly. Inside, I have my hinges. My hinges must be in good condition. It's properly mounted. No missing bolts. Once again, guys, this all the way around the windshield, all the way around the door. That's my rubber lining. Must be all the way around the door. Must be in good condition. Make sure no leaks. Okay, I'll close it. Center lights. Center lights must be in good condition, properly mounted. 3 functions: turn signals for your flashers and my parking lights. Once again, guys, has to be amber in color. Now, you'll say, Lupe, this is actually clear. Well, those are amber LED lights. Okay, must be working properly. Now, here we go, guys. This is my fuel tank. My fuel tank area, you want to make sure that it got to be in good condition. What I'm looking for in my fuel areas should not be no dents, no leaks anywhere. My cap should be tight, in good condition. Also no leaks. Now, once again, guys, what's holding my fuel tank? 2 straps. Underneath my 2 straps, I got 2 rubber straps. Must be in good condition. It's properly mounted to my frame with no missing bolts. Okay. Now, my steps. My stems must be present, in good condition, no missing hardware or bolts, however you guys want to say it, guys. Also, you want to make sure it can actually hold my weight. Now we're going to go to the catwalk, guys. My catwalk must be in good condition. It must be properly mounted, no missing hardware. Remember, guys, you want to make sure that your catwalk has got to be clear of debris. Now, my exhaust system, all of that, guys, my exhaust system, you want to make sure it's in good condition. You also want to make sure it's got to be properly mounted. It should be tight, no missing hardware, guys. What I'm looking for, guys, is actually I want to make sure there's no black spots. Also, you want to make sure that my exhaust system is not touching or rubbing against my fuel area. And now, your frame. Once again, guys, no crack, no bends, no wells at all. This down here, guys, is my drive. This is my drive shaft. My drive shaft must be in good condition, must be properly mounted, no missing bolts, not bent. All right. Now remember, guys, when you get to this area on the day of the test, this is what you guys are gonna have. So now, try to do your best. I'm gonna talk about first, actually, which is my rear system. My rear suspension, I'm sorry. So this is my rear suspension. So this is my hanger. Hangers must be in good condition, must be properly mounted, with no missing bolts. Is mounted to my frame. Okay. You want to go to that one, Philip? The one. All right, guys. So now I'm going to show you the rear suspension, but now this time with no trailer, so you guys can have a better picture about it, guys. This one I'm pointing at is my hanger. My hanger must be properly mounted in good condition. No missing bolts. Is properly mounted to my frame. Here, guys, my leaf spring. My leaf spring must be in good condition. It's got to be properly mounted, not cracked, not bent. Here, these two guys, these are my U-bolts. On the bottom, guys, is my U-bolt top plate. Make sure my U-bolt top plate must be properly mounted to my leaf spring, to my axle, with no missing bolts. Okay. Next, guys, I have my hydraulic shock absorber. Must be properly mounted in good condition. It's mounted to my frame, no missing bolts. Guys, remember, no rust, and also, guys, I want to make sure there's no leaks. Next, guys, I have my air bellows and my air bellow mount. Make sure it's got to be properly mounted in good condition. What I'm looking for, once again, there's no air leaks at all. Now, this is the part, guys, that we're not going to be able to see. It's going to be underneath your fifth wheel. This is your torque arm. My torque arm, guys, you want to make sure is in good condition, must be properly mounted, no missing bolts. And that's your rear suspension. Now, the brake system, guys, once again, is going to be, everything's going to be by memory. So now, it's going to be difficult to see it, guys, but all you have to do, remember, guys, on the day of the test, you guys are just going to be pointing to, try to do your best, guys. Okay, so now, you know what? Let's go over here. And curva. Okay, see it here, Philip? Okay, now, this is your brake system. This is my brake lines. Brake lines must be in good condition. No cuts, no rips. Also, guys, want to make sure there's no air leaks at all. Here, guys, this is my brake chamber. Brake chamber must be in good condition. It's properly mounted to my axle. Also, you guys want to make sure there's no air leaks at all. Behind, same thing, guys. This is all memory now. Two things again: push rod and slack adjuster. My push rod and slack adjuster, but guys, want to make sure it's in good condition. Must be properly mounted. Also, guys, you want to make sure there's no more than 1 inch of free play with the brakes release. Like I said, guys, it's going to be difficult to see. So everything's all by memory here. Once again, guys, in your tires, talking about two things again. Your brake drum and your brake shoes. My brake drum must be in good condition, no crack. Also, you want to make sure there's no welds at all. My brake shoe, same thing. Must be at least 1/4 inch thick, properly mounted. Same thing, no oil or grease at all. Once again, guys, that is your brake system. Niet. All right, now we're gonna go over now for your tires. There we go. These are your tires, guys, from the back. Now your back tires, guys, what do you think? They can be recap. So yes, a big yes on the back tires. They can be recap. Once again, your tread depth now is a little bit different, guys. Now it has to be 2/32. Exact same thing, guys. Got to be the exact same size, same kind, and the same axle. Looking for the same thing, guys. You want to make sure there's no cuts and no bulges, and of course, you want to make sure there's no uneven wear. Now, my stent valve, there it is, must be in good condition. Also, guys, you want to make sure it's capped. Also, make sure there's no air leaks. Has to be at least 100 psi or 2 standard magnification. Now, remember, guys, on the back of the tires, now we're talking about dual tires. We're talking about 2 tires now. So this is what you guys are going to see. Okay, here you go. Between my tires, guys, I want to make sure there's no debris. Very important, guys. Also, guys, the space between my tires, guys, from the bottom, it's got to be 3 inches from the bottom. In the top, from here to here, it had to be 5 inches from the top. Your butt spacers. If you guys don't know, it's just these 2 rims put together. That's all it is. My butt spacers must be in good condition, not damaged, not cracked, no welds. My rim must be not cracked, not bent, no welds. My lug nuts must be present, must be tight in good condition, not loose. 2 ways to find out. It could be loose, any rust between the lug nut and the rim, or 2, any shiny treads with the lug nut and the rim. My hub, all I have to say, guys, I want to make sure it's properly mounted in good condition, no missing bolts, and guys, I want to make sure there's no leaks at all. And this one, guys, you cannot see it. Look, you can't. It's possible to see it. Here, guys, we have my splash guards. My splash guards, guys, you want to make sure it's properly mounted. No missing hardware. Make sure your splash guard is not touching the ground or is not touching the tire. My DOT tape must be present. Okay, now the backlights. Now your backlights, guys, known as your tail lights, red in color. Must be in good condition. Also, you want to make sure that it's working properly. This time, guys, remember, it has only 2 lights. That means it has 4 functions. Your turn signals, for your flashers, your parking lights, and once again, your brake lights. Here, guys, this is your reverse light. Clear in color, must be working properly. Its only function, guys, is only just reverse. Now, once again, guys, that's all Form B. All right, guys, right now, what I'm going to go over is Form C now. Now, this is Form C. It just talks about the trailer. Once again, I'm going to start from the top, work myself from the bottom. All the top, guys, those are my clearance lights. My clearance lights must be, like I said, it has to be amber in color, must be working properly. Now, that tells me something, guys. Once again, that tells me the height of the vehicle, which is 13 feet, 6 inches. Here, guys, is my header board. Header board must be in good condition, not damaged. I'm looking for no cuts, and also want to make sure there's no holes, no missing rivets. Same thing here, guys, on the side. This is my side panels. My panels, same thing, guys, must be in good condition, not damaged, no holes, no missing rivets. Now, guys, what I see here next is my DOT tape. My DOT tape should not be missing, must be visible all the way around the vehicle, and of course, must be visible as well. My landing gear. Landing gear must be in good condition. It's got to be properly mounted. No missing hardware, guys. Want to make sure that my crank handle must be secure. No missing bolts. My landing gear shoes must be present. Should not be missing. Also, the landing gear must be fully raised. Okay. Okay. You want to make sure that your crank handle must be secured. Grab it. Little hook. That's what it is, guys. Now, let's go closer. Signal light. Signal light, guys, you want to make sure has to be amber in color, must be working properly. Once again, 3 functions again, guys. You got your turn signals, you got your forward flashes, and then you got your parking lights. All right, so now let's go all the way behind. All right, guys, so now here we go. We are actually underneath the vehicle. Underneath the trailer, actually. This here, guys, all of this is my cross member beams. Cross member beam, guys, you want to make sure it's in good condition, not damaged. Also, you guys want to make sure no missing bolts. Remember, my cross beams, guys, must be in good condition, not damaged. No missing bolts or rivets. On the bottom, guys, you want to make sure my floor must be in good condition. No holes. My airlines must be at least 18 inches off the ground. It's properly mounted to my springs. No cuts, no air leaks at all. Now your tandems, guys, this is when it talks about the tandems. I'm going to point them out first. This is your tandems. You're talking about your frame, your tandem release arm, your pins, and this track. Here you go. My frame must be in good condition, not damaged, not cracked, and no illegal welds, guys. Your tandem release arm must be all the way inside in a locking position. How would I know that? Because my pin's going to be all the way out. See? It's actually all the way out. And my track, this guy's right here, this is my track, must be in good condition. It's got to be properly greased. Okay? Now, let's go around. Pause. All right, Philip. All right, so here we go. Now we're going to talk about your trailer suspension. We have your hangers. Hangers must be properly mounted in good condition. No missing bolts. My torque arm. Torque arm must be in good condition. It's properly mounted. No missing bolts. My leaf springs. My leaf springs must be in good condition. It's properly mounted. Not damaged, not cracked. Once again, guys, not shifted. Here, guys, is my U-bolts. U-bolt top plate must be properly mounted to my axle with no missing bolts. Now here, guys, all of this, same thing. I got my brake system. My brake lines, brake hoses, however you guys want to say it, must be in good condition, no cuts, no air leaks at all. My brake chamber. Brake chamber must be properly mounted to my axle, no air leaks. Behind, guys, is going to be difficult. So remember, take same thing. You got your push rod and your slack adjuster. Push rod and slack adjuster must be properly mounted and in good condition, no more than 1 inch of free play with the brakes release. Now here, guys, in this part, you can actually see the brake drum. We got your brake drum and your brake shoes. My brake drum, guys, you want to make sure it's in good condition, not cracked, no welds. My brake shoes got to be a 1/4 of an inch thick. Same thing, guys, you want to make sure there's no oil or grease. Okay, now let's go outside, guys. All right, guys, now the tires. Remember, guys, the tires are the exact same way as Form B. So once again, guys, just go to Form B and actually, just repeat it because it would be the exact same thing. Now, let's get back here. My splash guards must be properly mounted, no missing bolts. Make sure it's not touching the ground, and also you want to make sure it's not touching the tire. Here, guys, I have my ABS light. My ABS light must be amber in color, must be working properly. Here, this is my marker light. Its only function, guys, it's just a parking light. Has to be, of course, red in color. Now behind, guys, all the way on top, I got my 3 ID lights. Now remember, guys, everything that's in the back has to be red in color. So my 3 ID lights must be red in color, must be in good condition. That tells me the width of the vehicle, which is 8 feet wide. The door. My door must be in good condition, not cracked, no holes, no missing rivets. Also, or 2 bolts. Also, guys, you want to make sure that the safety latch must be properly mounted and secure. Same thing, guys, my lights, my signal lights. All my lights in the back, like my tail lights, has to be red in color. My outside lights, those are my signal lights. 3 functions. Has your turn signals, your forward flashes, and then your parking lights. Once inside, guys, 2 functions. My parking and then my brake lights. My license plate has to be clear in color, must be working properly. Its only function, guys, is to make sure that your plate is as visible. Last, guys, and not least, we have your DOT bumper or to your ICC bar. Must be in good condition, not damaged, it's properly mounted. DOT tape must be present. It must be in good condition. And of course, its only function, guys, is to make sure the vehicle does not go underneath your vehicle. All right, now once again, guys, that is all Form C. Well, guys, that was the video for you guys. Hope you enjoyed it. Remember, guys, we did this with all our hearts. I know there's some little mistakes here and there, but that's not the issue, guys. The most important, guys, is so you guys can have this video for you. This is what we made it just for you. Remember, guys, we're just thinking about you. You're the number one person in here. Now, remember, guys, the pre-trip, like I said, everything's actually right in front of you. Like I said, guys, just relax, take your time. And also, guys, remember, your office is always open. If you have any questions, it doesn't matter how silly the question can be. We can answer the question for you. Like I said, guys, thank you. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. Once again, guys, this is your new journey. And hopefully, guys, we can finish in. We can see you guys at the end. All right. Thank you. Good luck.